Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back again to Vanz Gaming Channel. As per your request yesterday, today I will share a list of Winlator emulator games that you can play on devices that have a Snapdragon 7 plus Gen 3 processor. This chipset is almost equivalent to the performance of Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 or Poco F6 based on Antutu's assessment. And also, some of the following game lists use default settings, so use your favorite settings to make them run smoother. Okay guys, let's begin the review. First, The Witcher 3. This best Witcher series can definitely be played playably on this device without any problems. You just need to set some parts in the setting menu. 2. Cyberpunk 2077, one of the most heavy open-world games to play on today's devices, because there is no good optimization for all Android PC emulators for now. 3. Assassin's Creed Origins. If you feel that the following clip is not optimal for its performance, I suggest you look for a setting reference from YouTube. 4. Assassin's Creed Unity. Try to change some of the driver settings that suit you best than the ones I show below. There may be better changes than this one. 5. Need for Speed Payback. This Need for Speed series game has been running very well on mid-range and high-end devices. Make sure to always use turnip drivers for better performance. 6. Devil May Cry 5. Just like the previous list, this is also one of the most lightest AAA games for you to play on your Android devices. 7. Far Cry 4. The following gameplay doesn't really use settings. If you have a better one, please let us know in the comments. It will be very helpful for others. 8. Crysis 3 Remastered. This game is also playable for you to play. In the gameplay recording, it shows FPS below 20 because it was using ReCorder. 9. Call of Duty WWII. You can play this game on this chipset, but I don't recommend you try it, because the FPS performance is still not good at all. Try using better settings. 10. Metro 2033 Redux. With FPS performance that can reach 30, you can definitely play this game playably by using additional settings in the box 64 menu. 11. Alien Isolation. Use Turnip Driver as suggested below, or you can also use the latest Turnip Driver in DXVK 2.41. You can also use additional settings in the box 64 menu. 12. Red Dead Redemption. This chipset is now capable of playing this legendary game smoothly, although sometimes there are still some graphic bugs that appear. 13. eFootball PES 2021. This best soccer game can now be played quite well on the Snapdragon 7 plus 3rd Gen processor by using some appropriate settings. 14. Little Nightmares 2. In the following gameplay, the FPS performance is not good. Maybe the settings I use are not right. You can add settings that you think are better than this. 15. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. This game with quite stunning graphics can be played quite well. Use the Turnip Driver as suggested below. 16. Resident Evil 2 Remake. One of the best remakes of the franchise is now available to play quite smoothly. To increase the FPS performance a bit, you can access it in the box 64 menu. Next, Uncursed. Uncursed is a first-person psychological horror game blending immersive storytelling, environmental exploration, and puzzle solving. Next, Evil West. This is an action game with quite unique gameplay and stunning graphics. This game is quite smooth to play only for high-end devices. 19. Rogue Warrior. This is an action game that can make you a badass in this game. By using the Turnip Driver recommended below, you can play this cool game. 20. MotoGP 2024. The latest MotoGP series released last year can be played playably on this processor. Some of the settings below may help you run it well. Next, The Evil Within. This game can be played with a performance that can reach 20 frames per second. You need additional settings in the box 64 menu, or change some others in the container. 22. Call of Duty Ghosts. One of the best Call of Duty series that is guaranteed to run smoothly for you to play, even on mid-range or high-end devices. Next, Resident Evil Village. Use additional settings like those in the box 64 menu and others in the container. Also use the turnip driver to be able to run this game quite well. Next, The Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion. You can play this game quite smoothly using HD resolution, and so far there have been no annoying graphic bugs. 25. GTA 5. GTA 5 is one of the best and most popular open-world games since its first release until now, and it is no wonder that this device can run this game quite well. Next, Biomutant. This game is a heavy game to play on your device. Use some setting suggestions as shown below to run this game well enough on your device. Next, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. The game used to be very hard to play on the Yuzu emulator and had many bugs. Now you can play this cool game very smoothly. 28. ReCore Definitive Edition. ReCore is a next-generation action-adventure game. As one of the last remaining humans, forge friendships with courageous robot companions. Next, Batman: Arkham City. You can also play this Batman series game very smoothly on this Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 3 processor. To add better performance, change it in the box 64 menu. Next, Samurai Jack. The best 3D game with exciting adventure and interesting action. Now it can be played quite smoothly on this device. (31) Prototype 2. This game is still considered one of the light games and is very satisfying to play on almost all devices with stable performance. Next, Resident Evil 3 Remake. Use the lowest resolution settings possible, both in-game and in the box 64 and container settings to play this game fairly well. Next, Saint Seiya Soldier's Soul. Fighting game with a style similar to most action battle games in general. This game can certainly be played on this chipset very well. 34. Lies of P. The latest Souls-like game released a few years ago can now be played on your device with a high-end chipset. Use the recommended settings from other channel. Next, Assassin's Creed 2. By using the latest version of Winlator with the right settings, you can definitely play this cool game on almost all mid-range and above. Next, Mortal Kombat 9. One of the best fighting games from the Mortal Kombat series. Use the turnip driver suggestion shown below, along with DXVK. 37. Ultra Age. Slash your way through a futuristic Earth overrun with ruthless mutants and powerful robots. This game running very well on this device. Next, Poppy Playtime. Chapter 4. The latest horror game released last January is a game that is quite popular and can be played quite well on this chipset. Next, the first Berserker Kazan. Kazan is a hardcore Souls-like action role-playing game. This game presents a slightly different gaming experience from most other Souls-like games. (40) Sekiro Shadow Die Twice. This is one of the best Souls-like games that got quite a lot of awards in 2019. You can play this game with quite good FPS. Next, Elden Ring. The Elden Ring game is still not good enough for you guys, especially in open areas like this, and there are still quite a lot of annoying graphic bugs. Next, Doom. This action shooter game can be played on the Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 3 chipset with better FPS performance than mid-range devices. Use your own setting to run it. 43. Dead Rising 3. Rising 3 takes place 10 years after the events of Dead Rising 2 in the city of Los Perdidos, California, and follows a new protagonist, Nick Ramos. Next, Disney Dreamlight Valley. Disney Dreamlight Valley is a hybrid between a life sim and an adventure game, rich with quests, exploration, and engaging activities. Final list, Motor Racer 4. This motorcycle racing game has a unique gameplay. Use the driver and DXVK settings below for you to apply in Winlator to run. Okay, those are some of the game lists that you can play on the Android device chipset Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 3. There are still many games that can be played on this processor quite smoothly, of course. You can choose from this list which ones you want to try to play and which ones you don't, depending on your taste. I suggest always taking setting references from various sources in order to play them quite well. Okay guys, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Bye.